After 3.5 days of holding out, Sam Darnold is officially a New York Jet. This is Jets Talk. So Sam Darnold signs a 4-year, $30.25 million fully guaranteed deal with a team option for a 5th year. It's about time he finally got into camp. I was getting anxiety. He's the first quarterback since the rookie pay scale has been put into place to hold out, so not really the best start, I guess. But yeah, so now that he's fully signed, what does that mean? It means he's finally able to practice and participate. He wasn't actually allowed to be at the facility because he wasn't actually on a roster. It's not like past years where Revis held out because he wanted more money. Sam actually wasn't allowed to practice because he wasn't actually signed. You know, really exciting. They had a little bit of controversy over they were saying it was offset language, but it wasn't actually offset language. Offset language, if you don't know what that means, means if we were to cut Sam after, 3 years or whatever, he could still get all his money that the Jets were giving him, plus whatever his second team gives him. That's not in the contract, so if the Jets were to cut him after, say, 3 years, he would not be able to double dip. So, that money would be offset. So the Jets would get some money back based on the contract that he signs with his new team. That being said, I don't see that being a issue moving forward anyway. I mean, like, we were going to save him. Ideally, he's a franchise quarterback, so you have, 4 or 5 plus years of him. So you're not really planning on cutting him anyway. But it does set a precedent for the rest of the guys that are going to be signed after him in future years. If you were to say, like, oh, you know what, it doesn't matter, we're going to give Sam all his money, make sure he can double dip, because we know we're not cutting him anyway. Every draft pick after that is then going to try and get that same language, and it sort of snowballs. So overall, probably a good thing the Jets don't have that in there. The other thing was Sam would have to pay back some of his money based on suspensions or PED type offenses, which gave fans a little pause for concern, because if he's worried about PED use or drug use or something like that, where he could be suspended and might have to put money back on the table, you're like, well, I thought he was squeaky clean. What's the deal with this? I think it's just a power move by his agent. Agents are all kind of sleazy, but I'm sure his agent wanted to prove to next year's recruiting class that he's the agent to have, because his client got all the asking points he wanted. But okay, so what does it mean? That means the Jets have 5 years of really cheap quarterback play ahead of them. I think it's a little naive to think that our Super Bowl window starts this year, but I think that rookie contract is such a golden goose right now. 4 years after rookie year, figure rookie growing pains and whatnot, plus $90 million or so in cap space after this season. I think Jet fans should be really excited to watch the development this year and be ready for the next, 5 years, especially with Brady hopefully starting to show his age, and Belichick hopefully not being there much longer either. But with no heir apparent in New England, it looks like the Jets or a team inside the AFC East is able to potentially usher their way in. But the Jets are set up the best right now. But yeah, you know what? I'm really happy for the Jets. I'm excited to see Sam start playing. August 10th is our first preseason game. I believe it's against the Falcons, which should be awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to that. So let me know what you think. What does this mean? Are you excited? Do you think there's bad feelings between the Jets and Sam? Do you think there's any ill feelings that the fans might have, towards Sam? Or does it not matter because he's signed and, everyone does this slow clap for him, which means there's no hard feelings with the players. So I think that's pretty much all I can cover. As always, guys, go Jets.